There are often queues at France's immigration bureau, with undocumented migrants hoping to get the papers they need to stay in the country. Until now, different regions had different guidelines for granting residency, but French Interior Minister Manuel Valls plans to harmonise the criteria across the country. Asylum seeker support groups have welcomed the decision, an election pledged by Socialist President François Hollande. Yet they're also concerned the new regulations are too strict. To qualify, parents must have lived in France for 5 years and have had a child in the French education system for 3 years. Not long ago, that used to be 12 months.
I think the requirements are not generous enough. The 5-year residency and 3-year educational requirements are too stringent. It'll mean a number of people staying under the radar.
The new system will grant papers to an 18-year-old immigrant if he or she arrived before the age of 16 and was in formal and regular education. As for migrant workers, there's not much departure from the rules as they were under former President Nicolas Sarkozy. They have to demonstrate that they've lived in France for 5 years, worked for at least 8 months in 2 years, or 30 months in 5 years, and they must have a formal contract of employment.
But what exactly do they mean by 5 years in France? It'll leave undocumented workers completely at the mercy of their employer, whatever their working conditions, like modern slaves, before they can apply to get their papers.
There'll also be new rules governing the spouses of people who are in the country legally. They have to prove they've been in France for 5 years, lived with a husband or wife for 18 months, and be financially solvent. The Socialist government is not repeating its 1981 policy of an amnesty for undocumented migrants. Then, over 130,000 people were given residency. But President Hollande made a second pledge in his election campaign to limit the numbers to 30,000 a year.